Hi everyone. Um, it's not yet another video, I know. But this is really important. I've been getting a lot of questions about what does your leader do? What heroes to send to battle? What are the difference between administrative and logistic battle skills? Uh, Administration, logistics. Um, and stats in general, how war gear applies and all of that. So this is not the easiest or more straightforward thing, so I'm gonna try to compile it all in one clarification video, which is this one. It took me quite a lot of time to get this because the game information inside the game itself is not very clear on it. But trust me on this one, this is how it works, and I'm just glad that I know now and that I can share it with you guys. So I hope you understand this. Let's get into it. So your leader, what's your leader? That's my leader. You can change it, and you can put pretty much anyone you want, but in some cases it's just handy to have one that you are actually going to use for battle. Um, Now, I don't have any gear on for the purpose of this video, but if I go into my stats, and this is where people get confused the most, let's just try to explain this. Okay, so you got your white or yellowish numbers, and then you have your green ones that says leader deployed, leader deployed, leader deployed. That's the section. Now, how it works is for the yellow ones out of this area, because it works slightly different there, you've got your construction speed. So basically this number is made of what you have been researching. If any of your research has increased your construction speed, it will be reflected here. If you have talent points assigned to construction speed, then it will also be reflected here. And if you put construction speed on, it will also apply here. I'll just show you about the gear. I am not in my construction research or training setup for my talents. I am on my war talents right now for the purpose of the video as well. So 32.5, remember this. If I go now and I put a construction equipment 7.5 plus 32.5, wasn't it? So it should be 40, I think. There you go, 40. Now, as long as you put your construction speed or research speed gear on before you click at the start of a construction or at the start of a research or training troops, if you have any gear that boosts you that, but that's useless, it will apply then. Then you can swap while it's doing it. You don't need it then. The game only reads it before you click it. Or when you click. Then the same for everything else is basically based on your construction, based on what you have researched so far or what your talents are. And the gear that you're currently wearing. Now, there is a difference though. For this section, the one that has greens, it says leader deployed, it works slightly different. So, your yellow part would be what your research has taken to. So I've researched on my military tree and I am at this point. However, my talents for these stats, and these stats, are added here. And my war gear is also here. So I'm currently on my war talents, and why you see the difference between them, because it's not here like in any of the other ones, as we said before, but it's here. If I put on more war gear, it will also increase. So 1 to 8. I'm gonna put on something that it has infantry attack, So it was 128, so it should be 133. There you go. Now you see your war stats, which are basically these ones anyway. All the other stats are not for war. Your talent points and gear goes into this area on top of your research. So if you increase your research for this, this will also go up, plus this. In order for the green area to be applied instead of this, leader needs to be deployed. What does that mean? That means you're deploying your leader, means you are sending him or her to a march, to a rally, or it also means that is at your station, at your wall. So when you are defending, taking an attack, if he is on your wall, then this one applies. He has to be unsheltered, otherwise you're not getting this boost, you're only getting this. This is very important to remember. If your leader is not sent out to a march, this doesn't apply and you're only getting this. And as you can see, there's quite a difference. And I'm not putting on my war gear, this is just my talent setup. Once you start getting good gear, this can jump up to 400, 500 if you have jewels, 700 even for like the best rally beats with like champion gear and all of that. That's a huge difference between them. So generally you want to send your leader to marches, rallies, or and having it on your station, unless you feel that there is the possibility of losing him, which means you are hitting a trap or something that is gonna eat your entire march. In which case, if you suspect that, don't do it. Or you will lose your leader, and when your leader is captured, you will never have these uses, and so you're weaker. Okay, so I hope that's clear because it can be quite confusing. Now, let me talk about these stats. So, for battle, these are the stats that matter really: attack, defense, and HP. There is an order. Attack is the most important one, then HP, and then defense. Why? There has been tests about this. This is well known. So 1 point or 1% on attack equals 5 of defense, and 1 point of attack equals 3 of HP. So as you can see, getting 1 point in attack is 5 times more important than in defense, or 3 times more. So let's say that, you know, you want to prioritize attack, then HP, and then defense, and keep in mind that number. Army attack, what does that mean? Army means it applies to the 4 troop types: inf, range, calf, and siege. Siege is useless, by the way, pretty much. So if you're having 17 in total, it means you have 17 attack for your inf, for your calf, and for your range, and for your siege. Same with defense and HP. So these are good to have, obviously. Now that we know how this works and that your leader needs to be sent or in your world in order for them to actually apply, let's go into something else, which on top of those, if I decide I want to attack this guy, I go to my heroes and I start selecting. I need to start selecting things that have HP or attack, otherwise it's no use to send them. You see, my leader, it says deploy hero. It just means that it's somewhere else. He could be attacking right now and another march that I have or something. It's just in my shelter. But what this icon tells you is that he is being used. It's just being used on my shelter. So therefore, I am not getting those boosts that we were talking about. I am getting the boosts of these heroes, yes, but I am not getting those important boosts that we were talking about because my hero is not deployed for this attack. So bear that in mind. This same concept, this screen, same concept applies on your wall or station. If he, we'll see later. One more thing when you're attacking. We said in attack and HP and defense is the most important. If I decide that for whatever reason I'm only sending calf horses to this castle, and I pick ones that yes they do have attack and HP. However, I am sending some of them. They have attack and HP, but it's not for that kind of troop that I'm on. I'm only sending calf, so it makes no sense to use those. So just bear that in mind. It might be obvious, but I can keep on seeing people doing it. Now, those numbers that you see here are part of his logistics battle skills. Remember that. Same as you are attacking or defending, same concept, same sort of screen, same thing. Same thing, but slightly different. So I got my leader on my wall. However, because he is sheltered, or if he was attacking another castle and I get attacked now, he either he's on your shelter or he's been sent to another march and I am getting attacked now. I am still not getting those green boosts that we were talking about before because he's deployed somewhere else. It's not, he cannot be in my wall right now. He's not there. So either I'm making comeback or I'm shelter for those green stats to apply. Keep that in mind. And also this. Now for your wall, you generally want one of each type because you should have pretty generally you want to have a generally mixed troop types in your castle when you're defending. So you want one that boosts each type. So I'll go one that gives me army and infantry. Okay. Now let's talk about heroes a little bit. So the best ones are the ones that give you attack, HP, and defense. We said free to play. The best inf ones are Demon Slayer and Oathkeeper because both give you attack and HP for inf type units. Best for range, Snow Queen and Tracker. She gives you HP and attack. She gives you attack and defense. Best for cavalry, Child of Light, and Rose Knight. She gives you army attack, which means applied to every single kind of troop, plus a bonus of HP on cavalry, and she gives you attack for cavalry and HP. Bobbing Goblin, also good because it's got army attack, same as Rose Knight. It means it gives you an 8% on every single troop type. Good to have. Now into the heroes and what I was saying earlier on. If you go, these are the battle skills, so this is what they give you, and they go up in level or percentage as you grade them up with medals. So as you can read here, you can read administration. What administration means is 24/7 active, no matter where this hero is, no matter whether your leader is sheltered or not. This will be from now on always active as you grade it as well. So if I grade her to gold 20%, always active, always. Differently, logistics type means it's only if this particular hero is sent to a battle or is on my wall, I am gonna get this boost, or as I grade her, 50. Okay? Very important. That's the only two types there is: administration or logistics. Administration, always active from the moment that you have it, uh, regardless where she is. Logistics, only if sent or to a march or a rally that you're leading, or if they are at your wall. So you want to pick wisely which ones you're sending to a rally or any kind of attack, uh, or when you have them on your wall. Okay, and I think that's gonna be it for this video. It's quite a lot to take. It's not the easiest or more straightforward thing to explain or to get, but I hope it's clear now, and I hope you enjoy that. Thank you. Bye.